You join us mid-race with our engine swap Silvia Q's S13, available in the used car dealership sometimes, so you gotta keep an eye out if you want this vehicle. It's not very expensive, about 40,000 credits. The engine swap review, I will have a card in the top right of the screen or a link in the description to that, which tells you the prices and the performance of this compared to stock and with the LS7 BRZ engine. As we overtake the Porsche which died, this S13 is one of the original top speed kings. Once people figured out that you could fit this LS7 into this car, and considering how light it is, it has pretty much a 1.3 power to weight ratio, which is nuts. 1200 horsepower, 900 kilos. It wheel spins at 300 mile an hour. This can do 300 by itself. After driving this, I do think I want to tweak the setup a little bit, but I'll show you the tune that I've got running on this car right now, and then I'll show you how I would edit it to make it a little bit faster. It can do 300 miles an hour by itself, and it can do up to 320 with just nitrous in the right conditions, no slipstream, and then up to 330 with slipstream. So I will show you what I've done to this as I catch up to my Veyron, which I posted yesterday. I will show you obviously the parts that I've installed in the tuning shop, and then I will show you how I've set it up. As mentioned previously, you can get this LS7 either from a roulette if you're not level 50, or if you're level 50 you can get these from the, what is it called, GT Auto, which is, I think this engine costs 300,000 credits, so not too much for the amount of power you gain. I think you pretty much 10 times the power from stock just with this engine, so it's a pretty good investment if you ask me. So we'll start off with the ultimate parts. There's only two parts you can install here: ultra high RPM turbo, which I've got installed on this, and the carbon prop. And from extreme, you want your nitro system. I chose to put the ceramic brake kit on it, and I chose to put the hydraulic handbrake and steering angle adapter. I also put the heavy wet setups on this, but you can equally just leave the comfort mediums or comfort softs or whatever the stock tires are on the front, so you don't need to buy the heavy wets unless you're going to be using it for some other setup. Then you can if you want, but I've just saved you about 20 grand by not purchasing them. From here, there's not much to buy. I've got the racing silencer installed, but I think it comes with that anyway. If not, install it. Racing brake pads, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable racing transmission, and your racing soft tires. Then from semi-racing, you want your fully customizable computer, which I think it comes with. Install the high RPM turbo if you don't have the ultra high. Fully custom LSD, body rigidity, and weight stage 3. From your club sport, I don't think there's anything installed here. Oh, just weight stage 2, power restrictor and ballast. And then from here, obviously weight stage 1, and it comes with comfort mediums, so you can leave the comfort mediums on the front instead of the wets. So now we'll go over to the tuning setup and see what I put on that sheet. So my top speed build for this comes under 640 pp, so potentially you could use this for Le Mans if you really want to, but obviously not this setup. But you can use this car for Le Mans money grinding if you want. Now that they've patched the old method, 4 million an hour, we're back to 1.6, 1.8, 2 million an hour from Tokyo Expressway or whatever. But I digress. This is not about that. This is about a top speed tune. So fully customizable suspension, obviously you want that installed. And obviously I forgot to mention, you can put your comfort mediums on the front here if you want instead of the heavy wets. I'll do that now for demonstration purposes. And then your racing softs on the back. For your suspension, you want it as low as possible. Anti-roll on 7, damping ratio on 35, expansion on 45. Compression on 35, expansion on 45, natural frequency 2.25 and 2, no camber and toe. Diff on 555, I'm not sure why, but diff makes more difference in cornering rather than top speed, so I don't think it makes a difference as to what comes up, well, what you've set your diff to. Downforce I've got on 50 and 50, mainly because the front wheels lift up a lot and I want at least a little bit of downforce to keep the front down. Otherwise, you're literally going to have no grip and you won't be able to turn the corner at Route X. So I've put the front splitter on this, I've put the rear spoiler, and then I've got no wide body, not stock sized rims with wide rims and stock offset, standard offset. You need the wider wheels for the grip because this will spin the wheels at 300 mile an hour as soon as you touch the nitrous because the tires are literally like bike wheels. They're so skinny. If this had thicker wheels, it might actually be able to go faster, but it doesn't. So unfortunately, we have to stick with only going 330, which sounds stupid, I know, but yeah, anyways, we'll go over to the manual adjustment, or we'll start off with auto adjustment. Automatically adjust the top speed to 800, which I know is a lot, but bear with me. So you want your first gear at 1.952, you want your second gear at 0.906, you want your third gear at 0.547, you want your fourth gear at 0.357, and you want your fifth gear at 0.328 with a final drive of 4.375. I tend to auto set and then adjust the gears and not touch the final drive just to make it easier for you not to make the setup. But also, if they mess up how transmission flips work in a future update, all of the settings will be messed up. So this avoids that happening. So the tune at least has some longevity into future patches. You want your nitrous obviously on 50 as always, and then here are the parts that are installed. Obviously, no perma engine mods because there are none, just like the Veyron from yesterday. So that's that. Make sure you turn on post notifications, subscribe and like and comment to see what other tunes you want. Just any tune, doesn't have to be top speed. I've recently got back into sections after doing the DeLorean engine swap video because for some reason the DeLorean's a really good drift car. But any tune you want me to have a go at and post the bass setup for, let me know in the comment section below. This has been the third day of Speed Week and I'll catch you on day 4.